Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. Please share and subscribe to the channel for more videos. I am Chanchala Tiwari, your friend. You must have come across to a common question or situation where you would have been asked to. What you have been asked to? क्या पूछा गया है आपसे? Tell me us something about yourself. Have you ever come across this question? I hope so. Or please introduce yourself. Can you please tell me or tell us something about yourself? These are few of the very common questions which people generally ask when you are meeting with them for the first time, or if you are going for an interview or for an admission at different occasions. You must have come across this question, isn't it? So where one can be asked to introduce themselves? Let's see. In a new class of school, college, university, when you are going to take admission, or when you have already joined the school, the first day of your school, or while interviewing for admission, there also you may be asked that tell us about yourself or introduce yourself to us. Or at a job interview, isn't it? Job interviews and introducing yourself are very common things together. When you are meeting with people at different occasions, such as some business events or some conference or some seminars or even for giving lectures, most of the times you have to introduce yourself at different places in different forms, because whenever we go somewhere we carry an identity with ourselves. We have to showcase our identity according to the place and people, and accordingly we have to introduce ourselves to others. So till now you must have guessed what we will do today. I think you have guessed. Yes. So what are we waiting for? Let's impress everyone with our persona. Few of the important things while introducing yourself which you must remember are: why are you introducing yourself? What is the reason of introducing yourself or the purpose of introducing yourself? There must be some reason. To whom are you introducing yourself? Why are you introducing yourself and to whom you are introducing yourself? Because these will decide the criteria and the language which you will choose to introduce yourself. You also take care of how many people are there to observe or dissect your introduction. How much the introduction can impact you. Suppose if you are giving an introduction for a job interview, there if your introduction, which generally takes at the first place, then it leaves an impression on the interviewee, where you have to impact through your communication skills, through your introducing skills. So you must be very careful that how much the introduction can impact yourself. Which identity of yours you want to focus on while introducing? This is very important, because as I have told you, we carry different identities at different times. Sometimes we are teachers, sometimes we are students, sometimes we are doctors, sometimes we are patient, sometimes we are someone different. Sometimes we are just a social eminent person. So you have to introduce yourself according to the situation and according to the audience to whom you are introducing yourself. Sometimes you are interviewing. So accordingly, you have to focus on what you are going to say during your introduction. Let us see some of the key ingredients of your introducing recipe. Whenever we cook something, we take care of the quantity and quality of things which we are putting into the food item or whatever we are making. So we have to understand what are the key ingredients which can make your recipe really interesting, because you are showcasing your talent through your introduction part. So that's why you have to be very careful. So let's see some of the personal information. Generally, when you are introducing yourself, you have to tell about some personal informations such as your name, which is very common and very first thing to tell, your parents' name and their occupations, your address, the class you are studying in, or your hobbies. If you this the class you are studying in is told when you are introducing yourself in your school or in your college, so at that point of time you have to tell in which class you are, or in from which class you are coming to this class, things like that. So personal information need to be furnished very carefully. How much personal you want to be and what kind of personal informations you want to share, that depends upon the situation where you are introducing yourself. So take care of it. Now let's see what are the professional qualities you want to showcase into your introduction part. So in your professional qualities, it includes your educational qualifications, your technical qualification, and your professional degrees acquired by you. Educational qualification, which means like what kind of education you have. Suppose you have studied till post graduation, graduation, PhD or something like that, whatever education you are having, or matriculation, intermediate, at what level, different at different levels you must have a different kind of educational qualification. Suppose you are introducing yourself for the admission, where you want to take admission in the university or college, there you might have been just passed your matriculation or higher secondary school. So accordingly you have to furnish your professional qualities in which educational qualification comes. The technical courses which you might have done, that also play an important role for taking admission. Sometimes it's play a very vital role. Or any other professional degrees acquired by you, or you are going to give an interview for a medical post where you must have the professional degree like MBBS or MD, so that you have to showcase. Or suppose you want to be a teacher and you have acquired a professional degree like B.Ed or M.Ed, that also you have to be showcased. So according to the need of the interview or introduction part, you can furnish the professional qualifications which you have. Your work, studies, experiences, that you can also include in your introduction part. Your abilities which you have, maybe in the form of managing someone, managing some people, managing some event, or managing any kind of things. Or if you have the ability to lead a group of people or to lead anything, or to survive in different circumstances, that is also a very important or vital ability which one can and one should have. How you are going to survive, how much strive you have for doing things, or if any other trait which can make you stand out from others must be furnished into your qualities. Because when you are introducing yourself to someone for some specific reason, that person must get impressed, फिदा हो जाना चाहिए वो आप पे. And for that you have to tell what qualities do you have. Use as much as adjectives you can for yourself. Be self-praising at that point of time, because in that situation nobody else is going to praise you. So that's why it's very important to showcase whatever qualities you have or whatever experiences you have. You put everything together and throw it out to the audience to whom you are introducing yourself. Now let's see which kind of vocabulary you should choose while introducing yourself. So it's always preferable to choose formal language over casual or informal language. It's generally showcased that you are formal. So prefer some formal languages like hello instead of hi, Mr. So always prefer formal language over casual or informal language. Do not use slangs even in your personal groups if you are introducing yourself to your friend or someone like that, especially for first time, because that will not be a good impression one can have about you. So be polite, be formal. That's very important. Be prepared with preset of vocab which you can and you will use. It's not that when you are going to give the interview at that point of time you are preparing. No. you have to be prepared in advance, and for that you should always have a preset of vocabulary. You must have a list, the words which you can use while introducing yourself. That's really important. Avoid using complex and long sentences or absolutely new terminologies which you have not used earlier. जो आता है, have a mastery over that. Don't try to do lots of experiments while introducing yourself for the first time or second time. If you are well prepared, if you have practiced enough, or if you have a good hand in introducing yourself, then it's fine to use some new terminologies, but try to avoid using complex and long sentences, especially if you are introducing or if you are acquiring this skill. So strike out the words which you do not know how to pronounce. Sometimes what we do in order to impress someone, we want to use such kind of words which seems to be very fancy, very attractive, but we do not know how to pronounce them. Then don't use them unless and until you have mastery of pronouncing that word. Instead of pronouncing that wrong word, pronounce an easier word which you can really pronounce correct. Correct pronunciation, correct use of language is very important while introducing yourself. Use the correct pitch with the help of correct intonation and stress on the words. The way you are speaking, that will show your confidence, your level of confidence. The way you throw out the words in front of the audience or in front of the person who is taking your interview or examining you, that will decide how confident you are about yourself. So use the correct pitch. Don't be too low. Don't be too high. Don't be too mediocre or while speaking. So use of correct and adequate pitch will really help you to throw out what you know. And at last, practicing is the key. It's not a skill which you can acquire within an hour. You need to practice it. Whenever we are asked to give our introduction or tell us about our own selves, we just start thinking what to say, what things we should include in giving our introduction. Not only at the beginning stage, even after achieving so many things also, you don't know what things should be included into your introduction part. You fail to choose the correct things into your introduction part. So it's very important to keep practicing. Do you want to impress on your first day in new school, college or university? Let's see how you can impress. Here are a few of the things. So confidence is the key. Be confident in your own self. Be assured of your own self. And if you are not able to make it, then fake it till you make it. Unless and until you have the perfection on being confident, you can fake it. झूठ मूठ का ही सही, but you have to look confident. Okay, so fake it till you make it, but be confident. Start by greeting everyone. Whenever you are starting the introduction, start with greeting everyone, such as you can use these things. A warm or sincere morning or evening to everyone. I am so and so, whatever your name is. So it's a good way to start. Or you can say, hello everyone, I am, or myself, or me. This is also a way. Another way is, hello everyone present here. Let me take an opportunity to introduce or to present or to represent myself in front of you all. So this is the way, or this is the statement with which you can start your introduction. You can also use, hello everyone, I am here to introduce, or I am here to mirroring myself, and I don't want to lose this golden moment. So here I am, and tell your name after this. So you can choose any one of the statements or phrase for starting your introduction. Now let's see how you can sequence the informations which you want to provide in the introduction part. So if you are introducing yourself in a school or college or university as a fresher, the personal informations such as, of course, after your name, the place from where you are, because when you are entering into a college or university or a new school, everyone wants to know from where you are. So this should be the first thing after your name. The place where you have been or studied earlier. This is the another information which you can provide after your place or hometown. Then what you want to be or what are your goals for your life. Students are interested in your goals because everyone comes with a dream into a school or college or university. So they want to share it. Why have you joined or choose that particular institution for studies? That also you can provide in your introduction part. Who is your inspiration? To whom you admire? And finally, you can give a short description of your hobbies as well as one of your major or important qualities for which people should remember you. These are the few of the things which you can include into your introductory part when you are introducing yourself as a fresher in a school or college or universities. So, welcome to the new university. If you are introducing yourself for an admission or an interview, there you have to be very formal. You must have a big dreams about big universities or big companies to work in or to study in. And for that, admission is or getting a job is one of the criteria, the way how you can get into those companies or universities. And for that, you have to face an interview. And there you must furnish the information so that the person who is taking your admission or interview get impressed. So what things you should include? Let's see. So your educational, professional, technical qualification should be furnished first. They will definitely be searching for your educational and professional or technical qualification for which you want to take admission. Or even if you are giving interview for a job, there also they will definitely see what kind of educational or professional background you are having. So that's important. The next thing which you can do is describe about your achievements as a student or as a team member or as a team leader or as a manager, so that they can feel that yes, you are a good student or you are a good team member, because if you are a student, you have to be in a team, you have to do teamwork. So you have to be a good team member. So represent yourself or tell about your achievements. You might have lead some teams, or you might have worked as a team member in your previous school, college, university, or in your previous job rather. So that's important. Area of focus will be your previous experience. Previous experience in the form of studies or previous experience in your job, or which you have completed or handled successfully. That is also important. Whatever projects you have got in your school, college, or in your previous job, if you are applying for the next job, or if you are a fresher also, you must have handled some of the projects. So that how you have handled, what is your experience about it, whether you have been successful, and if you have not successful, still the reasons or the things which you have learned from that failure, that also is the highlighted point. So learning should be focused. Always highlight your strengths. Always highlight your strengths in the terms of your leadership qualities, managerial skills, inter and intrapersonal skills. The way you are dealing with the people, the way you deal with the people inside the group and outside the group. As a group, how you are dealing with the people. As a team member, how you are dealing with the people. How you are managing the relationships between people and company. And so this is very important, because everyone is looking for a person who have these qualities, who can have a good interpersonal and intrapersonal skills, who can balance the things. So always highlight your strengths. Reflect your vision for next 2 to 5 years. What your goals are, how you are seeing yourself after 2 or 5 years, where you are seeing yourself, how you are taking yourself to be after 5 years or 2 years, that you must reflect. Also mention about how the institute or the company can be benefited with your abilities. Whatever you have the ability or your qualities, how it can be beneficial for the company or the institute who is taking you or observing you as a student or as a faculty or as a resource person, whatever. So that must be mentioned. And at the end, you can tell a little about your personal information, such as your parents' name or what occupation they are doing or the place you belong to, if they ask for so. Otherwise, your professional qualities are more than enough. Don't give too much personal information. That's not required. Now, let's see what are the things which should be focused while introducing yourself. So, you must have a good level of confidence. Your confidence can save you from various things. If you are doing some kind of mistakes, that will be overshadowed with the level of confidence you are showing. So be confident. Make an eye contact with others. You should be like you can make an eye contact and you should look everywhere. If various people are there, if only one person is there, then also you should try to make an eye contact. That will make you looking confident. Your body language, the way you entered into the room or the way you are standing or sitting or the way you are talking, what are your gestures, what is your posture, these all things are very important while introducing yourself. Be calm and posed. Where you need to take pauses while speaking, while telling yourself, while introducing yourself, where you need to take the pauses, where you should put the full stop, where you should put the commas, all things should be very clear in your mind. If you become blank for a moment, then take a pause. Don't be freak out. परेशान होने की जरूरत नहीं है. Don't be freak out. Just be composed. Take a pause, small pause. After every sentence, take a small pause so that you can think about the sentence in your own mind and then you can tell about it. All these things will show you very confident. Language fluency is very important, although you are taking pauses, but that pauses should not be look like you are not knowing anything or you are confused about something. So language should have a fluency. That is very important. Your voice modulation. Don't speak in a same rhythm. Use intonation. Use stress. Change your voice modulation. Like कभी जोर से बोला, कभी धीरे बोला, कभी composed बोला, कभी strength में बोला. That voice modulation must be there. Remember your strengths. Whenever we introduce ourselves, or specifically if you are in an interview, there you forget everything and all your strengths too. So be composed and be prepared that I have to remember all my strengths. Practice it. Note down. Practice it. So preparation and practice. These two are the key for preparing a good introductory speech or introductory session for you. So always practice. Now, with this, thank you very much. Keep introducing to everyone. Try to introduce yourself in front of your friends, in front of your family members so that you can practice. And please don't forget to share, subscribe and advising for more videos. Hope you liked the video. Thank you for your time.